Good morning from Chessington, World of Adventures. Today is Saturday the 3rd of August, which is also our 5-year anniversary. It's happy anniversary, Elle.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd come back to this park because in 2021, this was the first park we came to which got us into roller coasters. And it was actually thanks to that ride up there, Vampire, that made me get over my fear of roller coasters.
Yeah, we were both pretty scared for this one, and this time around not so much.
Yeah, it's a very different experience coming back here this time. We'll talk about that more in another video. However, in this video, we want to focus on showing you the park. It's a summer holiday day, it's a Saturday, so it's going to be pretty busy. The current time is 5 to 11. We've been on Vampire and we've been on the Gruffalo ride. So starting off with Vampire, first time we've been on it since the first time when we kind of got over the fear of roller coasters. So what do you think?
I thought it was, it's a good coaster. It doesn't stand up to the last time and previous times we've been on it. Probably not. It's a little bit rough now, and just doesn't have the force that potentially we thought it had years ago. But I think that's just due to getting on sort of bigger rides. But the interaction with this whole area is what makes the coaster really. It's quite a chilled out coaster and has some good forces and points. But I think it's a really enjoyable ride overall.
Yeah, after you go over the second lift hill in that second section, it's actually quite forceful in places. I just think it's a great coaster. I was saying to Elle, like, that intermediate level between people who don't like coasters, not just children, but like getting into coasters now, this is a great way. It's pretty fast, it's pretty high, but at the same time, it's not too intense. Yeah. It's just a really enjoyable ride. I really liked it. And then moving on from that, went straight to the Gruffalo, which is the first time we ever did the Gruffalo, because we skipped it last time because we were focusing on like bigger rides, I suppose. And it was a pretty good, enjoyable ride. It got quite wet on the back. And it was like, my biggest complaint with it is that, there she goes. My biggest complaint with it is that the story, you can hear too many different points of the story at one point. So it's all, the story just not existent. Of course, you know the story of the Gruffalo. It's not the end of the world. Big set pieces. It looks great. The fountain bit's fantastic. Of course, we knew that going in with seeing POVs.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and all around, a great little family ride. And yeah, it was a nice little chill out ride.
Yeah, it's good.
And we waited like 15 minutes for it, just like we waited 15 minutes for Vampire. Vampire's currently on the 45 at the moment. So next up, we're going to go around to Manjor Mayhem, which we haven't never been on before. We haven't been in since it's been built. Check out the Jumanji area and check out the queue times then, see what's going on.
See you there.
See you there. It's not a fast one.
Come and have lunch in my underground house.
Doesn't he know there's no such thing as a groove?
Come for a feast in my work Welcome to Jumanji.
I will find the exit mark.
To my true physical form, I see how managed to survive my army so far. Where nothing could
come out for our picnic. We've come out to the car because we've looked at the security baggage check, and it's rather busy. So we thought we won't come in and come back out again. We'll just sit up here by the car.
Not our car.
Not our car. That's our car. But anyway, so we did Mandrill Mayhem and Tomb Blaster since we last spoke to you, and I was really impressed with Mandrill Mayhem. We did the single rider queue, and there was no movement for about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, about 15 minutes I think.
But then in the end, I don't know how we managed to do it, but we got on together.
Yeah, they said they got to the end of the queue and they were looking for a 2, and there was no twos in the main queue on the fast pass. And there was a chap in front of us, and he said, "Oh, we got 2," and he started to go. And he's like, "Oh wait, you 2 are 2?" We're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, you can just go on together." So even though we stood in the single rider queue, we got on and sat together, and it was a front row.
Yeah, which was a result. Bit of luck there. But I was really impressed. I thought it was a lot. Off ride it looks really slow, but on ride I thought it was pretty fast actually. There's a couple of launches there, one going up into the spike. I thought it was, for a kids ride and a kids park, it's a great addition for them.
Yeah, it's a good step up. It's a good step up from Vampire. A little bit more intense. The spike, the second spike, the main spike. You have some good hang time there, especially on the front.
Yeah.
I say hang time, you sort of to the side.
Sideways hang time.
Yeah. But yeah, it was alright. It obviously didn't blow me away, but it's not supposed to. It's a kids ride, and for a kids ride, I was really impressed.
Yeah, and then Tomb Blaster, I think it said it was a 20-minute wait, which it seems to be a common theme today. The queue times on the app are not accurate. But we probably waited about half an hour, didn't we, to get on that?
Was it worth it?
Yeah,
probably not. But it's Tomb Blaster.
It's all right. The set pieces are great, but it's just, it holds you at points that potentially shouldn't. I don't know. We were saying, are the sort of guns really necessary? I don't know.
It didn't really work that well.
No, and
I'm
the operations.
just saying that because I lost.
Yeah, by about 10,000 points.
I was filming. I got the footage, right?
So yeah, we were sort of mildly impressed, I suppose, by that one. And then once we get back into the park after going through the security check, I don't know.
Probably take around a half an hour.
Yeah, maybe Dragon's Fury. I think Dragon's Fury is the only thing that we really want to get
And
on.
the safari.
And the safari. So we might head to the safari after lunch to let the food go down. But we'll catch you when we're there.
A quick little ad lib just after we filmed the previous clip. As I dug into my sandwich, I forgot to mention, but the katsu curry stand.
Oh yeah.
Smells amazing, looks amazing, pot like that sort of big, cheese sauce and stuff like that. Sounds really good. £17.95. £17.95.
Yeah,
I can't believe that. I actually can't believe that. It's absolute daylight robbery. Never in my life would I pay that, and if you pay that, you're a fool. I gotta say it. £18 for a tiny box of katsu curry.
Because it does smell incredible, and people we've got our own lunch, and we went over there thinking, oh, how much is that?
Yeah.
And then,
I said, oh, for the size of it, £6, maybe £7. £17.95.
I think it was like £8 just for some chicken balls.
Robbery, Chessington. That's not treating customers fairly. No. Absolutely not. I'll enjoy my jam sandwiches, thank you. See ya. since we last saw you, we came back into the park, quick security check, which we were lucky with.
Yeah.
Went straight to, well actually, we were going to go on the safari, but they shut the entrance and we got a little bit lost actually.
Yeah.
So we ended up walking around the King Walk, where the gorillas and the lions are, which was good fun. We then tried out croc drop for the first time. And it was good fun. We're not really drop towers people or flat rides people.
No,
but
we did it.
Yeah, because of the height and the intensity, obviously it wasn't very scary, and the ride proved just that. Still, I think I'm a massive fan of drop towers.
Yeah, I think how much of a baby ride it looks off ride, and how we actually felt when we were on the ride, I think has cemented the fact that we are not drop tower people.
Yeah, it wasn't scary at all. I said to Elle, the height was fine, the drop, it wasn't intense at all, but I can imagine if it was that bit higher and it was that bit more intense, I probably wouldn't have liked it. So yeah, croc drop was fine, but it's good for the demographic of the park, but it's good for the park, and I think I'll leave drop towers at that.
Yeah, it's good fun though.
After that, we then went to Rattlesnake and had a very horrible, uncomfortable ride on that ride.
They're also putting so there's like 4 riders per train, but if you were in a 2, they'd put only 2 people on there. So we were waiting for ages, but there weren't really that many people in front of us. So I feel like that, I mean, to be fair, operations haven't been great today in general.
It's like in summer holidays, it's busy, and they're asking, "Are you a 2? Yeah, in that one." And they ask the next one, "Are you a 2? Yeah, okay, wait there." When there's 2 free seats in there, I get it's nice to have your own train, but on busier days, I feel like you should be expecting to share trains. And people weren't saying, "No, we want our own train."
Yeah.
It was the staff making that decision.
Well, the thing is, it then halves the queue times, which, like, when you're going from 40 minutes to 20 minutes, does make a difference.
Yeah, it does. So, the ride was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as good as I remember.
Not good.
So, definitely won't be getting on that again today. And then we eventually found the safari entrance, and that was the first time we've ever been on that, because we didn't know it was here last time we came. And that was really good fun. It was a little short, didn't see loads of animals. We saw giraffes, we saw rhinos, and we saw some sort of antelope species. I'm not really sure exactly what it was. And obviously the experience itself is quite fun. I do rate the ride, I did like it, but obviously it's quite short, and you're not guaranteed to see loads of stuff depending on what's around, but definitely a good attraction to the world of adventures, jungle and animal themes. So.
I just feel like the animals they had on it really made it. I think if they were like not as exciting, potentially it wouldn't be as great.
Lots of deers and stuff, it wouldn't have made the same. But the fact we saw giraffes really up close, the rhino really up close, it made it worth it.
Yeah, and they sort of explain things about the animals as you're going around as well, which is good.
Yeah, so it's been a successful day so far, and next up it's now 5 to 3. We're going to brave the hour-plus Dragon's Fury queue to get it done.
Yeah.
And then really it's just Tiger Rock, and we kind of done everything that we need to check off. So we'll catch up with you in a bit.
So as you can see, we are back in the old wagon. We've done Tiger Rock, Dragon's Fury and Mandrill Mayhem for the second time since we last spoke.
Ostrich Stampede
and Ostrich Stampede. Tiger Rock was good.
Long wait,
only a 2-drop special, which
it's all right.
It's
just all right.
Didn't get too wet, which is always a bonus, but it was quite hot in the queue line. And then Dragon's Fury was about a 60-minute wait, I believe, which wasn't too bad, but again the throughput's really bad. Last time we came here, we really liked it and thought it was really forceful. This time, not so much. I think we're both firm believers that Spinball Whizzer is better.
Hidden gem Spinball Whizzer doesn't get the love that it deserves.
Obviously, that Dragon's Fury is great for how long the layout is. It's sort of spread out over a lot bigger distance. But in terms of
intensity, it's not there. It's not there. The first drop, I remember going on it 4 years ago. I was like, wow, that was so intense. These days,
not so much. But it's still good to get back on it and to sort of experience it again. And in Mandrill Mayhem, we went...
Ostrich Stampede!
But it was rubbish, so it's not worth talking about. It's gone from my memory.
And it gave you a headache.
And it gave me a headache. I think it was the spinniness. But yeah, less said about that one, the better. And in Mandrill Mayhem, we went on single rider again and got immense luck again. But this time we got a back row together.
On the opposite side.
Yeah.
So we've had a front row on the left side and then a back row on the right side. So facing the opposite way.
And I was really impressed by it.
Both times single riders, both times sitting together.
And we didn't wait that long either. Probably waited, 30 minutes? If that.
About 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Anniversary luck. That's what I said it was.
It is. And I thought it was definitely worth getting on both front and back. I'm not sure what one I preferred.
Front, easily front.
Yeah, potentially
the back.
front.
Obviously, the back you get the initial spike, which is okay, but then the rest of the layout is like not intense at all.
Yeah,
I felt like there was much more force, and it was just more interesting on the front. I just wish that we had done the front on the opposite side, on the right hand side, so that when we got to the top of the spike, we were at the highest possible point.
When you're hanging, yeah.
But it was still really good. Definitely a front row ride.
Still a lot of luck there, and just a good experience. I definitely think it's the best.
Yeah, it's the best
ride here.
It's the best ride of the park. I mean,
Definitely.
Vampire's still solid, but Dragon's Fury and Rattlesnake are just. Dragon Fury is just meh, and Rattlesnake's just horrible these days.
I think the thing with Mandrill Mayhem, because it's new, it's like considerably newer than the other rides, so it's just smoother.
Well themed,
which is always
bit
nice.
more intense, bit more to it.
Yeah,
it's definitely the best ride here.
Yeah, so that kind of wraps up our day. We've actually left the park early, which is unlike us.
20 minutes,
but we've sort of done everything we want to do, and we're heading to Fort Park tomorrow. So we thought we'd get as much rest as possible before we queue in those queue lines tomorrow. But we've made the big purchase of a Merlin pass, so there should be more to come from us in terms of the UK parks. But yeah, I mean, we're really excited for Fort Park tomorrow. Had a great day here at Chessington, and I suppose we'll see you at Fort Park.
See you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.